let's just quickly do an introduction to budgets. What are they? What do the words mean? And why do they matter? So first, a budget is an itemized summary of estimated or intended expenditures for a given period, along with proposals for financing them. So if you own a business, oftentimes you'll do a proposed budget of this is the money I'm going to spend, this is the money I'm going to bring in, how am I going to balance that? Right? Because whether it's a business or a person or a home or whatever, you want to make sure that you bring in, hopefully, at least as much as is going out. And generally, we talk about things in terms of income and expenses. So income is all the money coming in, right? Whether you're working or maybe you're getting donations, child support, any kind of money that is coming into you is called income. Expenses is all the money that you are paying out. So the bills you're paying, if you're paying child support, right? All of those things are expenses, money that is leaving you. So when we look at those, at the end of a month or a year, you look and maybe compare your income and expenses. A surplus is when you have extra money. So you've paid all of your bills, all of your expenses are taken care of, and you have extra money. That is a surplus. That is what we want. Whether you're a business or you're an individual, you want leftover money, right? That's a good thing. That's good to have more money in your account than you need. Whoop, 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 right? That's what vacations are all about. A deficit is when you pay your bills and your account has a negative amount, right? Or you're looking at your month and you're like, ooh, this month our bills were $6,000 and we only brought in $4,000. So that means that you are short on money. You are out of money after expenses have been paid. So you might have a deficit this month and a surplus next month, depending on how you're looking at things. If you are running a business, you can only have a deficit so many months before it just doesn't work, right? Which is very, very sad. So the surplus is what we want. That's what we're shooting for. We want more money to come in than goes out. Now, savings is when we accumulate surpluses, right? So thinking about you as an individual, if you're keeping track of your budget each month and every month you have extra money, then you are now saving money, right? Because you have all of these surpluses that continue to add up. Whereas debt is when you are accumulating deficits, when you are not able to pay all of your bills, and therefore the debt just continues, right? The deficit continues, and that is not exactly what we want. So again, savings is good, debt is scary. Now, with that being said, debt is inevitable, right? I don't know anybody that can buy a house with cash. I don't know anybody, well, very few people who go and buy a car with cash, right? So I have a car loan. Technically, that is debt because I owe money for that. I can't pay all of that at one time, but I am making payments, right? That becomes part of my expenses every month. So when we think about debt and accumulated deficits, this is kind of an overall piece. But if you have a, rent or a mortgage or a car loan and you have that debt, but you are making payments each month, and overall in the month you have a surplus, then you're doing okay. That's exactly what we're looking for. It's okay to not be able to pay everything off at one time, right? We've got school loans and all kinds of things. It's making payments toward getting out of that particular debt and still being able to have savings, still have surplus at the end of the month. That right there is a budget goal.